बोल के वो निश्चित रूप से हमारे उस विश्वास को कायम रखते हैं।
Welcome back, and this is the number at this point. It will keep changing, and so long as the NDA doesn't settle well past the majority, nobody is going to call the election. At this point, they have their nose ahead. But the MGB, Mahagathbandhan, is catching up at this point. The RJD now emerging as the single largest party, 2 seats ahead as far as leads and wins consolidated of the BJP at this point. But the NDA seems in pole position at this point to form the government in Bihar. But they don't have the majority numbers yet. 36% vote share, 33% vote share. That in itself is a story because the exit pollsters predicted a 10% gap between the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan in terms of the vote share. Where has that vote share gone to or dissipated? Has it gone towards the others, and has the LJP with a 6% vote share also dented either the NDA's chances and also in some cases the Mahagathbandhan's chances? But this 25%, is this the key where perhaps the Mahagathbandhan will come back and rue and saying, had we been able to shore up these numbers in our kitty, the story would have been different. We would have been in pole position to form the government, well clear of that halfway number of 122 or 123, the comfortable majority, and would have been looking at what the pollsters had predicted. Zaka Jacob, Maria Shakil with us at this point. The BJP also doesn't look like it's going to rush into the celebrations because they want the numbers to settle, Maria.
Yes.
But Zaka, the story is there, +4, -4. Mahagathbandhan has not pulled away big numbers from the NDA.
And you look at that you were showing 25 plus 6, that is 25 for others and 6 for LJP, that is 31% vote share. 31% vote share if it goes away from the anti-incumbent party or the party that's challenging. That is 1 in 3 voters who are wanting to vote against the incumbent government. And look at this. MIM is leading in 5. It's already 1-3. 2 other seats it's leading, all 5 in the Simanchal region. You got BSP 2, again both seats bordering Uttar Pradesh. That's 7 seats. You go back and check, in terms of how much the MIM is hurt, the Mahagathbandhan in particular, they have won 5 out of the 19 seats. In fact, they've won 3, they're leading in 2. So 5 out of 19 seats, it is actually the MIM that is hurting the Mahagathbandhan. You add those 5, MGB would have been 15 seats. And it's primarily the Congress party that's been hurt because Congress party has won only 4 seats this time in Simanchal. You go back and check in 2015, look at the number of seats that the Congress party had in Simanchal at that time. 5 plus 1, 6, and then there was 1 in the central part as well. So 7 has come down now in 2020 to just 4 seats, and that is where the Congress is getting hurt. The RJD is also getting hurt, but the fact of the matter is, I think the AIMIM and the BSP is really, really hurting the Mahagathbandhan. Just a quick check of the BJP rebels in the LJP, roughly about 30 seats, so 21 seats. And this is how the LJP is hurting the other side. Look at this, 17 out of 21, the MGB is winning. And out of that, if you look at the JDU, 4 seats, the JDU has lost. 4 seats it's lost because its candidates who did not get a JDU ticket went to the LJP and fought on an LJP ticket. In those 4 seats, the JDU has been hurt. Overall, net, one thing is clear. This is a game of margins. In a game of margins, if you're going to leave away 31% vote share to the others, that's between LJP and the MIM and the BSP and other smaller parties, then that is going to certainly hurt the party that is trying to dislodge the incumbent. In this case, it was the Mahagathbandhan that was trying to dislodge the incumbent. Look at this. RJD is still single largest, down 6 from last time. They had 80 last time. Congress had 27. They're down 5, so 22. You add this block. This block is what is actually, giving that cushion to the MGB. If you take off this block, it's a really bad show as far as the Mahagathbandhan is concerned. This block itself is 12-3, 15, 15-3, 18. So 18 out of 29 seats that the left contested in, they're actually winning. What does the Mahagathbandhan need to do? Can they turn this around? It's a very simple equation, a difficult one, a very simple one, but a difficult one. Here is what it is. There are 17 seats where the margins are now less than 1,000 votes, where the NDA is leading. RJD has to beat this. They have to win at least 10 out of this 17. 10 out of this 17 if they need to actually go home and turn this tide. Can they do it? Well, You have seen Hardik Pandya, you know.
As we speak, see the NDA,
Again, it's gone up again.
NDA has got 123.
It's got
See,
123.
As we speak,
That is past the halfway mark.
Yeah.
So
Basically, it's consolidating.
it is. It really is
If they're
consolidating.
converting the leads into seats,
into seats. See,
and also that margin that is less than 1,000 votes is actually turning and
see,
converting
out
for
of these
them.
123 leads plus wins, the NDA has 77 wins.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
and the RJD has 65 wins out of 112. So the fight is now for the remaining 46 seats where the NDA leads and the 47 seats where the RJD is leading. So this 46-47, the conversion ratio has to be high. And the NDA seems confident that they will retain and perhaps even pinch a few seats from the Mahagathbandhan.
Possible.
And that's the reason why this quiet confidence between the BJP and the JDU that they will be there somewhere around the 126, 127 number. And that gives them different headaches going in the future because 7 seats come from Harm and VIP.
Yes.
So one or two of them, if either of them walks out, then it's a headache for the future. But right now, the NDA seems comfortable that give or take here and
I'd
there.
also be very, very
They will
interested in
form the
seeing
government.
this relationship between BJP and JDU. BJP has more than 31 seats more than the JDU. Yes, everyone from the Prime Minister to Amit Shah have said Nitish Kumar is the face. Will a weakened Nitish Kumar want to be Chief Minister? Remember, when he was Chief Minister and RJD was supporting him, the difference was only 9 seats between his party and the RJD. This is 31 seats. Already we are hearing noises in the BJP that we should have the shot at becoming Chief Minister. Will he be brought to the centre? Who knows? I don't know.
And this is a massive surge.
Absolutely.
This election is also the surge of the BJP.
And no doubt about it. Just take a look at the BJP seats. Look at where all they're winning. Bunch of seats up here in Tirhut. Bunch of seats up here in Simanchal. Huge bunch of seats here in Mithilanchal as well. All these areas, which used to be the JDU stronghold, they were supposed to get huge returns from here. They did not. The BJP has done way better than expected. This is the BJP's best performance in Bihar so far.
Yes.
73 seats. There were only 54 or 55 seats last time around. They are up 20. And this figure could go up. I'm interested in seeing how the BJP-JDU relationship now progresses under a weakened Nitish Kumar.
And you know, Zaka, when we were looking at these elections as a localized election, the BJP played its nationalism card in the second and the third phase, and that seems to be yielding results if you look at it, because that upper belt next to Nepal border, Raxaul and other parts, has actually meant that the BJP has gained. Also in Simanchal, where there is counter consolidation
That has happened.
away.
Absolutely. These are the phase 2 and phase 3. Out of the 172 seats in the phase 2 and phase 3, NDA 60% more than the MGB. 103 to the NDA, only 64 to the MGB. Again, it is the BJP that's doing the heavy lifting here. Plus 21 compared to 2015. JDU is minus 16 compared to 2015. You go back and check on the MGB. Here you will see it's the RJD that's hurting. RJD down 10. From 2015, the Congress down 8. Together, that's 18 seats. Cushioned a little bit, 9 seats here for the left, but it's still down 9 seats.
But
this is again phase 2 and phase 3.
That's because that's where it became BJP versus the RJD,
Yes.
and the Prime Minister came into play. The Prime Minister then set the tone for the entire fight, and then he made it about himself and the BJP. And where you're talking about BJP versus RJD, the BJP has won hands down.
Take a look at this. This is
fight,
BJP
yeah.
and RJD directly contesting 60 seats there. BJP almost 40, MGB just 20. So twice the rate BJP is beating RJD in direct contest. And you contrast this with RJD taking on JDU, it's the opposite picture. It is the JDU which has come down. Look at this. This is almost 50, this is 20.
Yeah.
JDU 20, RJD 50.
Sanju Verma is with us. I just want to ask her this. Sanju Verma, Zaka was saying that whether or not the BJP, what the equation will be with Nitish Kumar weakened, JDU minus 31. But the fact is that you need Nitish Kumar as the face